Wait. Wait. This is... No, it... Also, this is what happens when I'm stuffing my face before the show because I got home late. Life's been moving big and small. Life's been moving... Oh my god. I'm just gonna run the whole show and fast forward. Hey. Wow. Oh, yeah. Nice. I mean... Whoa. Well, now it's gone a whole other place. I'll get there eventually. Hold on. Life's been moving big and small. It's time to talk about our balls before the takes. I need to... okay. I need to add like 5 seconds of dead space after those songs. Yeah, so a track of nothing.
New York, so
it wasn't raining Memorial Day weekend.
Kind of solid. Pete had a birthday. That's why we took the week off. Happy birthday, Yay. Pete. We were at Pete's house for a little while. And we saw the Star Wars movie. Pete, Alan, and I. Brennan saw it too. Not with us, though. It was good. We're going to talk about it later in the show, but it was good. I don't know what I expected from it, to be honest.
I enjoyed it.
I dragged Jamie. She never watched a Star Wars thing in her life, and she liked some of it. So I was like, that's a win.
Did you need to watch the other series in order to get the movie?
You didn't need to watch Star Wars. The whole thing about the Star Wars universe for me is that, like, it's so big and it spans so much time that, like, knowing the stuff is helpful, but, like, I don't necessarily think it's required. Now, this movie, if you didn't watch any Mandalorian, you'd be very confused.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Yeah,
it didn't have a whole lot of plot in it for like the larger Star Wars world, but
no, almost none.
But it's like how you would be so. I just don't know what you would think if you were just dropped into the movie and had no context.
Like, why does this little green alien have magic powers?
Right, he loves macaroons. Why?
Let's be honest. People love Grogu.
Yeah.
Why does he love macaroons and snacking so much? Why is that funny? Like, why doesn't he get to touch the buttons?
I know.
Disney.
It was like it was like a payoff of, like, what was it? 3.5 seasons. It was 3.5 seasons of things that they were kind of doing, and they sort of just paid off a lot of them.
And now is it done at this point? Do you think? Or
I mean, the story's not done. We know what happens after this.
There'll be another show. I think there'll be another season of the show or something.
People can't get enough Grogu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also we have a hanging Chad. The whole what's going on with the Mandalorians that they didn't address literally at all, which I was very disappointed.
No mention of Thrawn. Like, that's supposed to be a whole thing.
But anyway,
we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. We will talk about this a little bit.
We're not going to get down that rabbit hole too much. Jamie and I, with our show ADHD, we are currently, we took a big left turn swap and Jamie wanted a project. So we are 10 episodes into Grey's Anatomy, which obviously she loves. We are skipping things we should be skipping, but she just keeps getting older and there's less things that I feel like is really important for me to skip, especially for an ABC show. That show holds up. That show is still very, very good. Like, very good. I don't know how Ellen Pompano gets to do the same show for her entire career as an actress, but like, how do you even get another?
Is it like 22, 3?
2022, season 22 is coming on Netflix next week. And like, that's when shows didn't have 10 episodes; they had 23 episodes, and so like,
Yeah,
they got some sense about them and just like cut them off. She's in the countdown. I think that's the bigger story. She's in the countdown for the end of high school. There's like, or the end of middle school. There's like, she graduates on the 18th, so that's 21 actual days, probably less than that school days.
Is there a middle school equivalent to senioritis?
She has it right now. She just keeps coming home, and I'm like, "Do you have anything to do?" She's like, "Eh."
I mean,
she has to take both the Regents algebra test to pass through algebra for next year, and the Regents biology test to pass through biology next year. And so I can't really teach her bio. I can tell her to study it, but I can't really teach her bio, but I can teach her math. And so I made a math packet, and we've been doing 5 increasingly more difficult algebra problems every night. And she's never really had a cumulative test. It's just not something her school really did. They would do tests, like section tests, but not like, she never had a midterm or a final. So this is a different kind of thinking, I think, for her. So like, there's a lot of like the early stuff that she's probably forgotten, but we'll figure it out.
That's one thing I remember my my niece and my nephew when they were going through, like grade school and middle school. My sister was like, "Oh, I get to learn all of this stuff all over again because I damn sure forgot it."
So efficient.
I don't think I ever learned it to begin with.
Efficient parent learning. You ask ChatGPT to teach a problem to you. You remember it because ChatGPT just taught it to you, and then you teach it. So I've been doing that. So I don't have to
Well, this is before ChatGPT.
I don't have to read a lesson plan. I can just, hey, teach me this in 3 paragraphs. We'll see. What's going on with you, Mark?
Let's see. I bought a new toy.
ooh,
That some of you know about.
I'm very excited. Are you going to wear them?
I got these nice little meta glasses right here, and I feel like I'm Asian Iron Man now because I get to like talk to my glasses like they're
Mark, you should do the show with your Iron Man glasses on, and then film it and then post that. So meta, literally.
That's meta on meta right there. Actually, I forgot I wanted to do a live stream right before we were gonna go on. I forgot to do that because we did that when we, for those that don't know, we ended up doing a pod swap with the girls from VHS Club, and they normally live stream during the show on Instagram. So I was like, oh, I think I'll do that. And now what I forgot that they can see, but they can't hear because I have it being played into my AirPods, and they were playing the VHS Club theme song like Katie and Nat. Da, 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 da. And so I was doing like the slow man, white man dance, and I can hear the music in my head, but people are watching me online and like, what the hell are you doing right now?
Kenny was very confused at what you were doing. She did not know.
That's pretty funny.
What do the glasses do? I'm not up to date with this stuff.
So those are. Go ahead. You have them, Mark.
Yeah, these essentially the best thing about these, I guess, is they do have camera lenses in here. So I can record like video and audio, like first person perspective of a lot of different things. One thing that I've definitely been using them on is I'm a real estate agent. So I go in my house, all of my showings now with them on, and I start recording video. So I have a nice little like playback of everything that I saw and so on and so forth. I've been doing some first person perspective of kickball games as well, which has been great.
They're also really cool, Mark.
Yeah, I can't wait to wear them for pickleball because I think that will look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's first person perspective for anyone. I got them initially because I wanted to capture video or pictures while I'm running. They also have like little speakers in here, so they almost acting like AirPods as well. I mean, they're not in the ear, so I think some people can still kind of hear it, and the quality of the audio isn't that great. I have to blast it pretty loud in order to actually hear what's going on. But I've taken some phone calls with them too, and they come out pretty good.
It does live translation too, right?
I believe it does, but I haven't tried that just yet. That might be a pretty good idea though. When
next time you're in Italy,
I talk with someone that English isn't their first language, and that has happened.
Did you guys ever watch Ned's Declassified, the Nickelodeon show? Is that for me? The guy on the show had glasses, and they like did a bunch of shit.
That's
basically what you were just describing. And so every time I see the meta glasses,
I explained this to Mel today. Like, the people who are like in charge of budgets at tech companies are our age. Well, our age, not your age, Brandon. And they grew up with like Star Trek and Star Wars and all this sci-fi shit that they're like, we can make that now. And so they're just making cool, like gadgety, like things like meta glasses.
I'd argue that
I dig it. I was an early adopter on a smartwatch.
Sure. And those very sci-fi shows, I think, really helped influence and kind of usher in these technologies for us to use as well. I mean, there's no way. Like, I mean, it always has. Sci-fi entertainment pretty much creates the concepts for this stuff way in advance, and almost it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy as to why they finally get to.
I was trying to explain the live translation to Mel, and I was like, "You don't know what Star Trek is. Or Star Trek things." I was like, there used to be like every sci-fi thing had like a translator pod or a translator earpiece or like something that the people would wear when they went to the other planets that would tell them the other language in real time. Like, we have that now. In a lot of ways, I had multiple conversations with people who do not speak English with my phone, and it's awesome every time I do it. So having something that you like don't have to hold awkwardly, I think would be really cool.
Oh, we're probably almost at the point where the meta glasses could even AI somehow make the person's mouth move in your language for your perspective, right? How wild would that be?
Maybe.
They're not quite that advanced. Although, I don't know. How close are we to like holographic technology?
I mean, they have AR.
I can push a button and make my eyes continuously stare at the camera. It's creepy as hell, but I mean, I could do it.
I mean, they have a version, I think, with AR in the lenses. They have a version with a little like video control pad that you have like a little wrist piece that like you can flip through the menus in the AR like the AR display in your glasses. They have a lot of cool shit. I love bleeding edge tech.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we need to move on.
Pete, why don't you clue us in on what you've been doing?
All right. Well, I'm pretty busy with work right now, blasting on a project. But this past weekend, it was my birthday. I'm 45. I'm old.
Woo!
And just, how old are you? Old. That's pretty much from now until the end of time.
Yeah, I lost track.
You're only as old as you feel, Pete.
Yeah, but I won't be as old as the universe will be when proton decay happens. So, compared to that, I think I'm pretty 50. Young. So we had a good time, did some more hiking, and just things are going a little crazy, but trying to get through it.
Pete has a super secret mystery dream project that he can't talk about, but it's very exciting.
But the problem is I'm trying to finish another project before I can really help on that project. So it's this mad rush of getting this other one done so that we can free up to do the one I really want to work on.
Still very exciting.
Very exciting.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I mean, I would be.
A lot of detail.
All right, let's get to know our guests a little bit better. That's right. It's time to warm up our balls. Before the takes and curtain calls, we gotta warm up your balls.
I can't find a fire. There it is.
There's the fire.
During this segment, Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guest to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
Let's do it.
That's you, Brennan.
I'm ready.
Nice.
Ready.
All right. Brandon, what is the best dipping sauce?
I love like fucking. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
I can, right?
So much swearing.
You can't fucking swear.
Fuck the fucking
No
fuckers.
fucking swearing in this fucking podcast.
I love it like a sriracha mayo.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I worked at a Belgian restaurant when I was in high school and early college, and so we had like Mussel Wednesdays, and then it would come with a basket of frites, just fries, whatever, and then it always had these like you get 2 different types of mayos. So there's like pesto mayo, chipotle mayo. So like formative years, just house and fries and mayo. So that's what I would go with.
At what point did they make all these different kind of flavored mayonnaises? Like it was just when we were growing up, it was just mayonnaise. That's all it was. And now there's like chipotle mayo, like sriracha mayo. I mean, there's all different kinds of mayonnaise now.
Called aioli. Get cultured, Mark.
It's not called aioli. Aioli is something different.
It's not really.
I feel like aioli is just a fancy mayo, yeah.
It's fancy mayo, yeah.
With a little oil in it.
Yeah.
It's mayo with oil.
Yep. And mayo already has oil, so it's like mayo with more oil, I guess.
Right.
I will say so. Thursday is when we podcast, and the Social, not a sponsor, but you could be. They almost are.
Why aren't they a fucking sponsor yet, Mark?
They have they have wing night on Thursday nights, and they have they have about 20 different sauces, and I usually order a different one like every single time. Today I had mango habanero.
That's a great combination. I think I made that once for a wing fest. Love the sweet with the
spicy.
hot.
Yeah.
All right. Can I
That's
give
not a dipping sauce though, bro.
I got to give a shout out to those
It's not dipping sauce. It's still a sauce.
You guys remember whenever you go to hibachi,
You're
you
not
get
a dipping sauce.
Those 2 little dishes that come around when they're grilling the veggies.
Oh yeah.
And the one
brown
tastes
sauce
like
and the mustard sauce.
Yeah, the mustard
sauce and the veggie sauce?
kind of tastes like the stuff you get with a bloomin' onion, which also shout out, that's an incredible sauce. So I got to give some love to those.
John, haven't heard from you yet.
Don't know. Honestly.
All right, next
Dip
question.
things in.
Come on, man, you gotta pick one.
Try not to because I can't eat the way I used to eat, like wings and cheese and meat.
It's a dipping sauce, though.
Yep.
It doesn't really add.
I try. It definitely does. I try not to.
He houses those salads at work. See him eating the salads.
There you go.
Straight
He's
up.
healthy.
And do you put nothing on the salad?
No, I put shit on the salads. I've got to tell you, it's not necessarily a dipping sauce, but there is a place by us. It's like one of our fancy Italian chains. Bellini's not a sponsor, but you could be. They opened up a bunch of like fast food sections. So
Really?
we have like a Bellini's counter by us.
Wait, is it the
there's a lot
same
of
Bellini's that Pete used to work at?
It is.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same restaurant and group. They have.
We didn't settle for
they have,
fast food stand-ups.
No, but they have like
counters
a quick
when I worked there.
serve that you can do for lunch for work. And so I get a salad there almost every week, a couple times. There's a couple places that I rotate, but they have this spicy Parmesan dressing that is fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Sounds
I get
good.
it with Gorgonzola cheese on it, and that fucking combination blows my mind. It's so good. Then you can like, if you don't get their big salads, and their salads are pretty big. If you get their small salads, you can get away for like, if you don't get a drink, for like $12, which is like a cheap fucking lunch right now. So
Yeah.
I try to get $12 salads for lunch, not $20 salads, because I'm not a yuppie.
Bellini's had $20 salads. I mean, they would throw like.
I mean, it still fucking has
scallops and-
$20.
That was 20 years ago.
I know. Yeah, they
They
still
still
have
have
$45
$20
salads now.
I can imagine now.
Yeah. Got like
Yeah, so
shrimp and scallops.
I
in
guess
there.
that's me.
I love how I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, but I remember that Pete worked at Bellini's 25 years ago.
I did.
However long ago that
Yeah.
was.
I remember that. I will never forget the night of 1,000 pizzas. It was the worst night I've ever had. in a
So
kitchen.
Pete and Brendan used to work at fancy restaurants, and they're both into music. I love it.
Whoa. My restaurant was not fancy. It closed for tax fraud. So I just
Yeah, but you also-
Some of those are some of the best, though.
You also had
It-
fancy
it
mayos
was
and
good.
mussels
It
there.
was good, yeah.
That's true.
And it was
That's why they
Danish.
went under.
Oh yeah.
John,
Makes
do you remember the Mary Monk in Albany? It
I
was downtown.
That sounds really
Don't.
familiar.
and it's because I did not grow up here.
No,
No,
but
but
this was like 10 years ago, maybe a little 15 years ago.
Remember.
It sounds
There's one in
familiar.
Saratoga. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Next question. All right, this is too similar. Maybe. What are your favorite comfort foods?
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, Brandon.
That's not different. Or that is different. I mean.
Comfort food.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
I mean, I'll just answer it, but you can do another. I mean, goldfish is my go-to snack. For
oh yeah.
Yeah. The whole carton. Give me the full. I'll eat the whole thing.
Well, is this comfort food or guilty
are these
pleasure
cheddar
food?
or
Because that's two different things.
what kind of flavor? Of
Do we
goldfish?
like the fancy goldfish now that there's like a jillion flavors? Like you
so
can get
many
like
flavors.
you
Just
can get
the normal
like
goldfish and a
birthday cracker goldfish. How about those?
Fuck that shit. No. I like the normal. See, there's a difference too. There's the carton goldfish. Then you can get them in like the smaller, like paper bag. Then there's the plat. They all taste a little different. The carton one is the best.
What?
The best.
Interesting.
It's just a theory I have. But the best one I've had that's not just like the normal cheddar flavor is there's an Old Bay that they came out with.
Yes, I had that the other day.
Yeah, they're fucking good. Anytime I can, like, if my friends are coming up from the DC area, I'm like, please bring me the Old Bay goldfish.
Wait, that actually has Old Bay seasoning on it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They must have done like a collab or whatever.
That shit is a flavor.
And
secret,
so good.
Secret trick: pan-sear cod with Old Bay, crushed black pepper, lime juice, in oil and ghee. And that is the perfect setup for fish tacos. Yeah, add veggies.
Yeah,
veggies.
I'm throwing Old Bay on everything.
Yeah, Old Bay is fantastic on white fish.
You put on top of your cereal.
Yeah, Cheerios, just some Old Bay.
My Cheerios needs a little spice to it.
Some lobster Cheerios.
There you
go. Very good, very good. What are we at?
Well, are we talking comfort food or guilty pleasure food? Because if it's guilty pleasure
whatever
food,
you want, dude.
it's the Snyder's.
It's kind of both.
Snyder's honey mustard pretzels. I mean, those things are freaking addictive.
What kind of food do you eat and it instantly makes you feel good?
Okay, so our homemade crock-pot mac and cheese with bacon and Brussels sprouts in it and onions, like caramelized onions. That shit is good.
Ravioli, meatballs.
Yep.
Pasta.
Yep.
Just
pasta.
Yep.
I'm Italian. My mom's pasta is just.
Oh, yeah. And our Saturday night
pasta every day.
pizzas.
We're at RPI every day.
Oh, yeah. All right, now Steph and I make a mean 500-degree pizza stone pizza. I do like the spin it in the air and everything. Get all the toppings. Spin it. Yeah, we'll alternate between pesto and red sauce and just put a bunch of toppings on it. Oh man,
pesto fucking fucks me up. Pesto's so good.
Super good. All right.
Next.
I think we've obliterated that one. All right.
Sorry, something was happening at the basketball game.
That's okay.
I was looking. Somebody was limping. I was hoping.
I was distracted.
How do you meet new people?
How do I meet new people?
Yeah.
Man, I'm out all the time in Saratoga. I'm a musician, so I play like pretty much weekly out here at the bars. So great way to meet people. Sometimes people you don't want to.
Ooh, do you want to plug any shows you got coming up?
Let's see. I actually don't have any. I had 6 in May, but I only have 1 in June.
Okay.
I play once a month at Northway Brewing, which is up in Queensbury, Glens Falls area. Nice brewery. So I'm playing there June 19th, maybe.
Okay.
Nice. We have that day off.
Yes, we do. My band, which has sort of sadly disbanded, we played for like 3 years out in Saratoga. Our name was Ugly Hummus and the Chickpeas. So we had a fun little thing going.
That's great.
That is a great band name.
Like my friend Frankie, he's a drummer. We grew up together, but he lives in Brooklyn. And so we always call each other ugly, just like a little back and forth. And so one night we finished a gig, just the two of us at this like Elks Club, Saratoga. The guy goes, "Hey, what's your guys' name?" And so Frankie's like, "Oh, we're Ugly Hummus," just completely made it up. He sees the guy the next day at Esperanto's little pizza shop in Saratoga. And the guy's like, "You're Ugly Hummus." And we were like, "All right, we got to keep it now." And then we added 3 other members, all of which like friends we grew up with.
They're the Chickpeas?
And they're the
Chickpeas. And then we even broke it down further because we have I sing, play guitar, and then we have a female vocalist as well. And so if we really have to break it down, she's the chick, and then we have a guitar, bass player who are the P's.
Who are the P's?
So because we've had various iterations of like, this guy can't do it this week. He lives in Boston. Guy can't do it that week. So yeah.
Well, that's great.
So
the chickpeas are interchangeable. Ugly Homeless and the interchangeable chickpeas.
The interchangeable chickpeas.
Yeah, right.
That sounds more like a Harry Potter novel.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what we were going for, but it was funny. Like, I remember telling the City Tavern in one of the bars, like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I'm like, "Ugly Hummus and the Chickpeas." They're like, "We're not writing that on the board." I was like, "All right, you don't have to write it.
Why can't you write that on the board?
There's too many words.
Too many words.
Come on.
That is a great band name.
You should do something about that. I would get you guys' good reaction to it. It's either like, "Oh, that's fucking sick," or like, "Cool," just sort of like, yeah. John, a lot of the people at work, I tell them that, they'd be like, "That's cool, man." Like, all right.
Just no fun sometimes over there.
Yeah, whatever happened to those cool band names? Like,
fun name.
I don't know.
Like Toad and the Wet Sprocket.
Whatever happened to just cool bands? Like,
or
there
aren't
really a lot of bands anymore, especially rock bands.
What?
No.
Right?
Total side quest, but like, we were watching the American Music Awards, last week?
We can't really call it side quest. That's Kate and Nats.
I don't know. It's the word that came to my head. But
we can't steal that from them.
We're watching the American Music Awards, and I was like, the rock categories came up, and I'm like, wait, this is rock music?
It's dead. There's no.
I think it's rock pop, isn't it?
Just because Somber looks like Mick Jagger doesn't make him Mick Jagger.
Yeah, I would see Somber. I would see being on like our local station EQX here. I call it more like indie alternative that crosses over to pop.
Yeah,
it's not really rock, but I could hear that being played at EQX. He's got some good tunes.
I like Somber a lot.
Steph's got his album. Actually.
EQX is great.
Yeah, Rick Beato. I'm sure Brendan knows him. He's
I love him.
Big YouTuber. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he's the guitar solo in Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls was him. Amongst many other things. He's an expert session guitarist, music theorist, all that stuff. Interviews classic artists, bands, all of that stuff. He did a video recently, actually previewing a bunch of new rock bands and music that is some of it's pretty hard. Like he was showing some pretty heavy shit where like scream rock even. So it's out there. It's just not getting played anywhere.
Well, it's just rock used to be pop. Like
that's it.
The Beatles were pop. Now rock music is just
it's an underground
just its own
thing.
Pop is just something. Right. It's popular music. It changes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was talking to Steph about this too. Pop isn't a specific music type. Pop is whatever is popular in that moment. So you're right. It is a chameleon. It changes. Sometimes year to year, usually decade to decade, but it's. Yeah,
like the Beatles and Sabrina Carpenter are in the same category, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, right. Green Day was pop in 1994. Like, it's just whatever people are into at that moment.
Her Mega Mix with Madonna hurts my head. I have to turn it off when it comes on. I don't like it at all.
Did you guys go to college in the 90s? When did you go to college? Give me some.
99 to 03.
Oh my God, we're not that old.
Technically, one semester in the 90s.
We went to college in the aughts.
Yeah,
in the
early aughts.
Because I'm a big Dave Matthews fan, so like I know in the 90s he was popping off.
Everyone that went to my high school was as well.
Dave Matthews, man, in high school.
You guys don't seem to like him based on that reaction.
Yeah,
I definitely didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
It's an acquired taste.
And I think it was because he was just slightly after we were of like the formative, this is what we like music age. We already thought we already knew what we liked, and so like we grew up and like I learned music in like the early to mid 90s, really, when it was very grunge centric. It's like Nirvana, SDP, Pearl Jam,
Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
Sublime.
Exactly.
I joke like over a quarter of my music collection, CDs and vinyl, is probably all released in the year 1994. And then you bring the bell curve out to like 1991 through 97, and that's like 90% of my music.
And so when we say that rock music doesn't exist anymore, it's because that kind of very specific rock music doesn't exist anymore. Because it doesn't.
The Foo Fighters just put out another album.
Fighters are good.
Foo Fighters are good.
I just
All right, we're
haven't
at
caught
time.
up
We've
with
been
the
at
music
time.
anyway. That was a fun one that morphed into something completely different from the question, but I love it. I'm here for
I
it.
also meet people to go on to our theme. I've met a lot of buddies through basketball. I play basketball once a week. I coach in the winter. And so, like, I run my own league. We play at Eastside Rec here in Saratoga. So, like, a lot of my good buddies the last 5 years has all been through basketball. So,
That's awesome.
Nice.
love the hoops.
I need to start playing again. I'm just too slow.
All right, and now
Yes,
we
there's
will
some,
hand things off to Pete.
All right, guys, this is going to be my
And that's all I
final.
got because I don't know what we're doing.
Well, that's fine. I'll take it from here. This is our final one of these, unless something crazy happens. We'll think of this as a post-mortem.
Sabres report.
It's like 2 weeks ago, Pete.
We haven't been on in 2 weeks.
It's all right.
All right,
You can do
Pete.
it. It makes you happy.
There you go. So speaking of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he let me down. He let in the final goal of the series, which knocked them out of the playoffs. But what a run it was. They got to overtime in Game 7 of Round 2. Montreal Canadiens, good luck to them, but they're kind of getting their asses kicked by the Hurricanes. Sorry, Natalie.
Yeah.
And
Carolina is the best team in the league.
they're sure playing like it right now. They're up 3-1. Well, we'll see. But anyway,
I mean, until they hit the Habs, they hadn't lost a game in the playoffs.
yeah, that's true.
They'd also never won a conference finals game at their own, like, out in their own arena for like a long time. It had been a while.
Yeah, I think they're probably, this might be their year. Vegas is good and plucky, and like they're always gonna make it. And right now, they look like they're gonna upset Colorado, but I don't see them beating.
Interim coach of the year.
Yeah, right, Tortorella. Let's fire our coach at the end of the season, and then let's go to the Stanley Cup Finals with a new coach.
We talked about that.
Yep. So, guys, I'm kind of wondering, like, as exciting as this was now I'm hungry. What can the Sabres do to become a super team, like a true Stanley Cup contender? They have a really great young core, but there's the question of Alex Tuck. Really, this is their new GM, who also was acquired in the middle of the season, Jarmo Kekalainen. I love the names in hockey. I had to think about that one before I said
So many
it.
vowels.
I know. So many consonants and vowels and just letters in weird combinations.
So many letters.
So we got to see what his vision is for this team. He hasn't really had a chance to do much because he was acquired, I think, after the trade deadline this year. So does he sign Alex Tuck to a long-term deal? Does he jettison him? Do they go for Robert Thomas instead in free agency or trade if they can get him? There are a few other big players that could shake loose to replace Tuck. The biggest question I have is goalie.
Yeah, that's the number one thing, I think.
So
Your
the goal
number one
that
priorities. You need a goalie.
Yep, the goal that ended the Sabre season, granted, was a freakish thing. I forget the shooter in Montreal, but he literally shot a knuckle puck. Like he Keenan Thompson to the Sabres out of the playoffs single-handedly, and the puck was flipping end over end and dropped down to the last second, right in between. Like pretty much right under the armpit of Luukkonen, who couldn't save it.
What's the hole, Pete? What hole is that?
I don't know what hole that is. The I was gonna say the no hole, but that might be something. That was Oak's term for something else.
I like that.
Yeah, they need a better goalie, and who's better right now than the gold medal MVP from the Olympics in Hellebuck? He may shake loose, and I don't know what it would take for the Sabres to trade for him. I know he's not the youngest guy, but man, if you have a core that's like, hey, let's go. Let's make the next 2 or 3 years be it. I think that would be the move. And I mean, they have enough prospects. They have enough draft picks. They have enough players that they could probably part with to make that happen. So I want to see something big and bold like that. Get us a fucking goalie and let's go.
Oh, that's a 5% shot between the glove and the body.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So
I don't know anything about hockey.
Yeah,
I'm all for the Sabres being good. I don't follow hockey a ton.
Martin Brodeur, does he still play?
no. So
Already.
Yeah, I guess
Messier.
that's kind of my thing. So now let's see what happens to this team. You know, oops, I gotta do something behind the scenes here. You guys don't see it. Too bad, you already saw it. Anyway, Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the Sabres. Let's go wait and see. I may do another report if something big happens, but I think until then, guys, for Nat's sake, go Habs. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
Yeah, Vegas and...
Would you rather the Habs win than the Hurricanes?
I guess. I feel like the Vegas Golden Knights and Hurricanes Stanley Cup would be the most boring thing ever, and I will probably not watch a single one of those games.
My friend always says that there should be no hockey teams below the Mason-Dixon line, and I sort of agree with him.
Yes.
I do.
I'm also just opposed. I'm opposed to Las Vegas having a sports team of like any kind, or the city.
They have so many now.
I know. Now they have
just a piece of
hats and everything.
Oh, we're Vegas. We get to gamble on shit. It's like there are so many cities out there starved for a sports team.
I know.
We're just letting Las Vegas have any team they want.
I will say the atmosphere in Nashville, that Steph and I were there one night when a hockey game let out, and it's like all these people just emerged from some escalator that came from underground. We're like, well, where are all these people coming from? They're all in Predators jerseys. Oh, the game must have let out, and all of a sudden the bars filled up that night. It was so. I think they have a nice scene, but I mean, Nashville's always kind of just a big party town anyway, so it could have just been that.
They go crazy for those. They shut down all the the whole Broadway, everything down there in Nashville for that.
Yeah. So all right. So they can keep their team.
You're
but
over
everybody else.
halftime, bud.
All right, let's go, guys. It's time for something else. It's time for something
Epic.
Mighty Morphin Power Rankings! All right. Let's talk MLB Power Rankings, where 1 week you're rolling and the next week your bullpen is filing a restraining order against Leeds. All right, let's start with the big league balls, guys. Braves still holding down number 1 because losing baseball games is optional in Atlanta right now. The Rays stay at number 2, quietly stacking wins while nobody talks about them enough. Dodgers jumped 2 spots up to number 3 after heating back up, because of course they did. Brewers make a huge leap, climbing 3 spots to number 4 after one of the hottest stretches in baseball. Meanwhile, the Yankees dropped 3, guys, down to number 5 after cooling off a bit. Sorry, John. Aaron Judge can't hit every home run by himself. Probably. Next, warning track balls. Be-doo, be-doo, be-doo. The Diamondbacks rocket up 12 spots to number 6. Eyeball emoji. Biggest jump of the week by far. Arizona suddenly remembered they're good at baseball. The Guardians rise 3 spots to number 7 and continue to be the most annoying team to play in close games. Padres fall 2 spots to number 8 after looking way less stable lately. Cardinals hold steady at 9 because St. Louis always finds a way to linger. And the Cubs absolutely crater, falling 7 spots from 3 to 10 after a brutal cold streak. Baseball humbled them quickly. I forgot, guys, my little bit there about number 1, the Braves. Losing baseball games is optional in Atlanta right now, just like pants at those fancy parties. Next up, ground balls. Phillies climb into this tier after after living on the edge for weeks. Nationals jump 6 spots to number 14. Yeah, the Nationals are rising while half the league is collapsing. White Sox fall back down after last week's miracle run, and the Reds continue their free fall after once looking like a top-tier team. So, this brings us to foul balls. The Mariners rise up a bit, while the Blue Jays continue disappointing an entire country. Yeesh. Twins and Orioles still stuck in baseball limbo. The A's falling from number 10 all the way to 19 is rough. That Cinderella story hit a wall real fast. And finally, dead balls. Rangers completely collapsed from 14 to 21st. Somebody check that clubhouse. I think the pulse is gone. Marlins, Astros, Red Sox, Mets all still buried down here, and the Rockies holding dead last? Coors Field can't save everything. So guys, the biggest stories this week to talk about: Diamondbacks exploding up the rankings, Cubs collapsing, Brewers surging, and the Rangers entering full panic mode. So let's talk about who's too high, who's too low, and which fan base is currently yelling at their manager on sports radio.
I think it's pretty good. Honestly, I think the Yankees are probably a little high. The way they played over the last 2 weeks is poor. And all the things that I was concerned about. The bullpen's terrible. I mean, the bullpen is terrible.
So down on the Yankees.
It's very bad. And Mark and Jeff told me how good
best record in all the league.
How good they were and how good they're going to be and how excited I should be and all these pitchers that are injured, how they're not that injured. I don't know.
Listen, you just need to get your starters to pitch all 9 innings. That's
Listen, the same thing that made them great in the
Wait,
beginning.
they can pitch 8 because you got Ben.
Ben Rice and Schlittler being incredible. Like, really, like, you have 2 pretty much rookies with WAR over almost 2. You're gonna win games, but I mean, the games they're winning are, you're right, the games that they don't hand off to the bullpen. The bullpen is completely unreliable. Not as bad as Devin Williams, Brendan, but like kind of bad.
That's low, man. I think the Mets should be last.
You can keep him, by the way. We don't want him back.
Thanks.
We don't want him back. No takebacks is your problem now.
I think the Mets should be last.
I mean, the
That's
dead balls
my
category is pretty much like everybody tied for last.
Okay, so I'm going to
someone's
say
insanely bad.
that the Mets have been worse. And that
It can
They have the
always be
highest
worse.
payroll in baseball, though.
and that Soto is finally woken up, which is like kind of a bright spot. He's up to 12 home runs, right?
That's
but
pretty good.
It's too late. It's too late.
Too late?
Doesn't matter.
It's a long season.
I know. But see, the Mets can only operate in one way. I don't want to make this all about the Mets, but it's the only thing I follow in baseball.
Oh, it's fine.
They can have a really good, like last year they started really good and then they completely collapsed. They can't
Yeah, they were great last year at the beginning.
Yeah, but they can't do the opposite. They can't start bad and then get good. That's not how the Mets work.
Right.
They only go one way.
Well, the only
So
They also
how
dropped
long
2 or
can they
3
hang
games
on,
to
really?
the Rockies. So like
they also
it's so
lost a
bad.
bunch to the Angels.
Yeah. They took
And
2
the
out of 3 to the
Nationals.
Yankees. But like
Yeah.
to me, as a Mets fan growing up, it was always like, all right, we suck, but we don't spend crazy money like the Yankees. And like now we're spending this insane money.
Uncle Steve
and we suck.
thinks differently. I don't know. Like, your team is real shiny, but I don't know if Uncle Steve has been good for the Mets.
No, one player is really shiny.
No, I mean, Bichette's very shiny.
I guess.
Peralta's
Lindor used to be
180.
shiny.
Peralta's pretty shiny.
Lindor's good. I don't want to hate
Lindor-
on Lindor too much.
He's
But
not
they
as
got rid
shiny
of
as he used to be,
Alonso.
though.
No.
Yeah, they got
Before we
rid
run out of
Alonso.
Before we run out of time, can we talk about the Miz on the Brewers? Isn't he ridiculous?
51 pitches, or at least 100 miles an hour.
Isn't he
Holy
ridiculous?
shit.
It's kind
In
of
one
unfair.
game?
His
Or are you
his
sorry?
average-
Game.
his
my
average
God.
is over 101.
How do you sustain that through an entire game?
I mean, he's
That's
pretty
an excellent
young.
question. He's tall. He's a lanky kid.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean,
We'll
isn't
see.
that Tommy
I
John's
I think
waiting to
I put the
happen?
over under on Tommy John surgery at 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
I don't think it's going to last for a very long time, but it's real fun to watch. He's like the not the Cam Schlittler. He's like the Cam Scottaboo of baseball, I
my
think.
God.
He's just
Okay, hear me
do it
out.
until your body breaks.
If he preemptively does the surgery, will it be a
I don't
faster
know if he's not
recovery?
robotic. I don't know if he's not robotic already, Pete. I don't know.
Maybe
I couldn't tell you that for
maybe
sure.
he already had it done.
I think some of these
There are
guys are going to
kids-
be able to pitch that long or that fast though. Like
Yeah.
they're getting better at specific.
And there are kids
things.
getting Tommy John surgery in high school and college. So
That's nuts.
Well, right. I mean, that
gonna
is
be
the
a thing.
game now. Throw it as hard as you can and spin it as fast as you can. And I mean, that's why
Yeah.
that's why elbows are blowing out. But like, I mean, you teach people technically the science of baseball, how to throw the ball harder.
Yeah,
And you
but-
see it in Mazorski. Mazorski can throw 105, which is unheard of. That's not a thing that happened before.
No.
oh, and the fact that he can do it for as long as he can in a single game. We'll see if what happens after the course of an entire season, because he's yet to play an entire season.
But he was on the WBC team though, right? Or no, that was Miller. That was Mason Miller. Never mind. Mason Miller. That was a different fireballer.
Yeah, a different hurler. I mean, he's a sight to see. I mean, he's still no Shohei Ohtani, at least not yet. He's no Paul Skeens. Even though I saw Paul Skeens' record, he's 6-4 with an ERA of 3.
There's a lot of
That's
videos on the
under
internet
weather
of
for
Livy look.
schemes, then.
There's a lot of video of Livy looking very disappointed in him.
I saw that one. That went viral. Guy hits a home run and she just goes, fuck.
She did. She was upset.
I love when
Anyway,
you
we're
catch
at
them
time.
on camera, right? You could easily read what they're saying. It's just
Well, Livy Dunn is his supermodel girlfriend.
nice.
You don't need the
Oh,
meta
yes,
glasses
I know
to
her.
see
Okay, yeah.
and
Livy.
They visited
You
the
don't need
Bills
that.
last season, actually.
They did. Josh looks an awful lot like Paul Skeens. I think she was scouting.
What? Not
Just
if Haley
saying.
has anything to say with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Haley's got like, she's trained by Hawkeye. I don't see that going well.
Did she learn
That would
archery
be
for
an
that movie?
that would be an interesting
I would
athlete's
hope
wife's grudge match, though. Haley
would-
versus Livy.
Yeah, beautiful
I
grudge
know.
match.
I think that who's the girl from Hunger Games? Jennifer Lawrence. I think Jennifer Lawrence learned archery for Hunger Games.
See, that I believe, because that's an integral part of her character.
Anyway, we're at time. We need to move on.
All right. Yeah, when baseball has turned into talking about the Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence firing bows and arrows, I think it's time to move on.
I think that the Spurs are going to win this game.
Yeah, they're up by like what, 20?
Said the 26.
26? All right. We would like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, Tailgate Plus Platinum, a subscription box for people who treat parking lots like festivals. Tailgate Plus Platinum. Smoke meats. Ignore responsibilities. All right, everyone, shall we kick off this shindig?
Yeah. Now I just want to tailgate.
So the theme with this being our NBA Finals preview show, the theme of these next topic songs are songs that you would hear at a basketball game. And I have to... Ready?
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast. We've got fun and games. We got everything you want, honey. We all know the names. We got people you can find. Whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. It's a jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Watch it bring it to your next topic. Oh, I want to see you bleed.
That is a very hard song to sing.
Mark, that was great.
Especially the
went up
start.
there for it.
Yes.
Well,
That was
since our resident Knicks fan decided to bogart all the Knicks topics, let's focus on the Western Conference for this first topic. Let's consider this series to have the two best teams left in the playoffs, with the Fighting Wembies of San Antonio against the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. While Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals is literally happening while we record this, we don't know who will come out on top of the series, although this game we pretty much know. But we know the winner of the series will definitely have plenty of battle scars. History as recent as this year has told us that a grueling series exhausts all the vim and vigor a team normally has, but odds makers still list the winner of this particular series to be the betting favorite. So everyone, does the winner of the Western Conference deserve to be the favorite against the Knicks, and will the series be too tough for that winner to turn it around?
I don't know.
So,
John, remember we're not talking about the Knicks.
listen, I'm going to be reasonable. I think if we take the regular season, both of those teams were better teams than the Knicks, right? I mean, empirically, better records, higher point scorers, more impressive. I mean, just like better teams. So I'm not completely hating that. Do I think that this very, very physical 7-game series is going to make them less capable? I certainly fucking hope so.
I mean, yeah, they're already either teams, like both teams are dealing with injuries in the West. You got Jalen Williams has like a fucked up hamstring, and then De'Aaron Fox's ankle is not 100%.
Nope.
I don't know what Dylan Harper's injury is like. I mean, he seems to be playing fine. They're up 20, whatever. But I don't know. It's, you guys have just sped through. I know. Yeah, I won't talk about the Knicks, but I still think.
Well, there's a somewhat of this whole kind of idea that the Eastern Conference this year was weak, right? And like the Knicks didn't have a lot of difficulty to go to get to where they are, but meanwhile the West just beat up on each other, right?
I mean, I don't know if that's
Good.
necessarily a fair thing to say. You know, we destroyed a team.
I'm not necessarily saying that's true.
We destroyed
I'm
a
not
team
necessarily saying
that
that's
beat
true.
empirically the best team in basketball in the Detroit Pistons. We beat the shit out of them. We beat a team that beat a
Matchups. It's all about matchups.
very,
though.
very good Celtics team. Was the Knicks better suited to play either of those teams? Like, maybe. I think that the Knicks have very strong wingers, like really strong defenders in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby.
John, we're not talking about the Knicks.
Listen, it's factual. They're just
trying to
facts.
think
You're
of
gonna
things to
get
say without
two
thinking of
whole
Knicks.
topics to talk about your team. Okay.
They're just facts.
I like this matchup though because I think like for the Spurs and the Thunder, like this could be one of those really good rivalries for the next couple of years because like Wemby just fucking hates Chet, just fucking hates him. We don't know why. Just
He's
does not
got that
like the
old
guy.
school mentality when it comes to the game. It's
Did
great.
they play in?
Yeah.
Did they play in France? Chet.
I don't
Wemby?
know Chet because Chet went to college somewhere. I'm not good at college basketball, but like I think it's just they're similar size. Wemby's just taller. OKC has all this cap space that they're going to have available eventually. They have trade assets, so like they're going to be good for a long time. And then the Spurs have this awesome young core. Their organization is amazing. Like they just fucking get Tim Duncan after David Robinson gets hurt. They just they go on a generational run.
Have you guys
They
seen
get
the Spurs?
Kawhi Leonard. They beat the fucking Heat with LeBron and D Wade. Like I'm just sour as a Wizards fan about.
Have
the
you
Spurs,
seen
but-
the Spurs sisters? They have a bunch of nuns that come that are Spurs fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they love Luke Cornett.
They love Luke Cornett. So
I love Luke Cornett.
Is Luke Cornett still mad that the Hawks were going to do like a stripper night or whatever they were doing out in Atlanta? They like stopped it. I don't know if you guys remember. That was this year. You saw that.
So the nuns approve.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very family friendly to have a stripper night.
But I don't think they were intending it to be family friendly. That's the thing.
Just don't
I'm
have that
looking
the
at
same
this
night
game
the
right
nuns get
now,
there.
and I don't know how you hold the Thunder to 72 points in almost a little over
'Cause they're
3 minutes of
tired.
basketball.
Damned it.
Both teams are getting worn out in this series. So one team does really well and the other team doesn't do well. That's essentially been the ebbs and the flow of this series.
There's only been one good game. So game one was the only actual
Game
good
one.
game so far.
Yep.
Maybe game 7 will be good.
Yeah,
Hope
we'll
so.
see.
We've
We
had a lot of
will
those.
definitely see.
The Spurs defense is like that's how you're holding the Thunder to such a low number. It's just Wemby's a beast. You watch the guys get into the lane and they turn around because they're like, I can't fucking shoot over this guy. There's no way.
Right.
Have you guys like Hartenstein's floater? That shot is ridiculous.
Crazy.
It like literally the man has like what is he 7'6" with a 14-foot wingspan, so he can put his arm 14 feet in the air. But he just Hartenstein just throw it over that.
8 feet in the air.
Yeah, that'd be both.
He's not like putting his hands on top of or stacking his arms.
I mean a little bit.
14 feet sounds better anyway.
Yeah, 14 feet sounds better. I like that more. All right, final thoughts.
I mean, I seriously think the Knicks are. A lot of people are not giving the Knicks enough credit, I think, and we will talk about that a little bit more. But I really do think that good money on the Knicks. I think.
I mean, I bet I put down some money on the Knicks because
My friend bet when they were down 2-1 to the Hawks, and it's
Oh, yeah?
not good for him.
I
Yeah.
bet the odds were very high.
Yeah. I think he bet them to win the championship when they were down. I don't gamble, but I was that makes me want to gamble.
I definitely didn't get that many points, but my points were pretty
End
good.
of March.
It was still like plus 216 or something when I bet something.
I placed my bet at the end of March.
Nice.
Oh, I bet they were
proud of myself
really
for that.
high at the end of March.
That's good.
I'm proud of myself for that.
All right, Mark, sing
All
me
right.
a song, my friend.
Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bit of shame. I'm going off the rails on the next topic. I'm going off the rails on the next topic. I fooled you, Pete, didn't I?
I didn't know
I
you were
don't
going
know
to do it
which
again. That was good.
I think I'm going to talk about the one that I find a little more interesting. I'd like to talk about validation, respect, and the guy who just wrote the narrative of New York basketball, Mr. Jalen Brunson. He didn't just lead the Knicks to a dominant sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals. He walked away with a unanimous MVP trophy and secured the franchise's first NBA Finals berth since 1999. However, for the last... Give him his flowers, exactly. However, for the last 3 years, the national media has treated Brunson like a good story rather than a true superstar. They've said he's been too small, product of a system, or backup to the great Luka Doncic. So, with an offensive line with the Knicks of 26.5 points, 6.9 assists, and 3.3 rebounds a game across his 4 seasons in New York, I have a simple question. Is Jalen Brunson officially a 1A franchise pillar in the NBA? And more importantly, why did it take the basketball world so long to realize?
Because they clearly haven't listened to this podcast enough.
There you go. That's the one answer.
Hey,
I mean, keep it. What? Jalen Brunson was a second round draft pick. Is that correct?
I think lower than that, to be honest.
Well, there's only 2 rounds.
Draft pedigree,
and he was drafted by the Mavs, and the Mavs just kind of threw him away. He
33rd overall.
He
Okay,
comes.
So he was
top of the second.
He goes to the Knicks, and I mean, they brought it back. I mean, the Nova Knicks kind of brought him out of his shell and whatnot. Now, is he on the smaller side? Yes, he is. Now, we haven't really seen a guard to dominate like he has probably since Isaiah Thomas in the 90s Pistons. That's when the last,
I think that's a really good
short leader. Yeah. What really held his own.
Got to give some love to Allen Iverson, I think. But Isaiah Thomas,
he never won a title though. He did take a team to the finals.
He did,
but
they did take one game off that Shaq Kobe Lakers team.
Yes, they avoided the sweep.
I love Isaiah Thomas.
But the last short guy to win a title and lead his team as the number 1 player was Isaiah Thomas. And if you look at the personalities behind Jalen Brunson and Isaiah Thomas, complete opposites. Jalen Brunson is super humble, which I think is phenomenal. He just wants to win. He's said this multiple times in press conferences. He will do whatever needs to be done for his team.
They asked him in this playoff run,
really.
What's it like to be a star? He's like, I'm not a star.
He said he's not a star. Yeah.
He's wrong.
I can confidently say, and I think at this point the world is starting to listen, but I think there's no better footwork guard. He has so much paint presence as he's driving. And I think that is the thing that sure he's 6'2", who cares? But the shots he gets off. The shots he gets off and the fact that he's a lefty, I think, is really just very deceptively important that he's a lefty. He's so good at basketball. It blows my mind. And he's so good at clutch time, draining threes at the end of the game.
Oh, I think he's by far the best clutch player in the league.
Yeah.
I think so.
When he shoots it, you think it's going in. That's a great. I mean, I agree with your point, John. I think a lot of the Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, a lot of these short guards who are really good, they're always winning offensively with their speed. And Brunson's really not that quick. He's just he's shifty. I mean, this is not something people haven't said, but his footwork is he kind of plays like a post player. But he's a guard. I mean, he gets to that turnaround fadeaway right under the foul line on the right or left side. And he's just an absolute just beast.
It's impossible to guard.
He's shooting Dirk Nowitzki mid-range shots as a 6'2" player. And I think to your point of him being a lefty too, their best action is him and Cat in the 2-man game. Cat's an amazing shooter. And so him being a lefty and Cat being a righty, this is kind of the same thing with De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. It's perfect because he can go to his strong hand and throw it opposite side to their strong hand, for a dunk, for a lob, for whatever.
That's a great point.
And also as a you guys can't see how tall I am here, but John knows I am 5'3" on a good day. So Jalen Brunson being a short king in this league and getting to the championship, he's an inspiration to all the short people everywhere.
Well,
I mean, he's a king of New York right now.
Still 6'2" in basketball, but
I've heard a really interesting thing
short.
in this run. There are different versions of New York sports fans. There's like Yankees, Giants. There's like Mets, Nets. I mean, there's different versions, but like everybody likes the Knicks. And when the Knicks are good, New York City's ridiculous. Yeah. Everybody's happy. Everybody's talking about it.
It's a basketball city.
Yeah, I think I heard today that somebody was like, I would say that it is the number one sport in New York City, and it always has been.
You know why I think that is? They're the only team, aside from the Rangers, that actually play in Manhattan. While they're New York City teams, none of them actually play in New York City, with the exception, a team in the Bronx, you got some teams in Brooklyn. Nobody plays in Manhattan except for the Rangers and the Knicks.
Well, in the Garden is an experience.
They play in the heart. They play in the heart of it too. It's like, this is New York.
The heart, exactly.
Yeah.
I heard an interesting interview this week. They were talking to Chalamet, and Timothée Chalamet is just a kid from New York City who used to be maybe not poor, but he wasn't always Timothée Chalamet. And he tells a story about the first time he like got a good acting gig, and he made like $1,000, and he bought season tickets. And like he says, the thing he cherishes the most out of his new life is his access to the Garden. And it's just so interesting to find someone who used to not be like dating a Kardashian, who is now dating a Kardashian, who gets to go to stand on the floor in Cleveland or wherever the fuck the Knicks go.
Yeah, wherever he wants.
Wherever he wants. And it's very interesting. They do a thing in the city where in the Garden where they play the scene from Dune where he's speaking in the language, and he's like, and the subtitles are all like about the Garden and the Knicks.
That's
and
awesome.
Go Knicks.
I didn't know that. That's dope.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They had kind of speaking of Timothée Chalamet, they had Tina Fey on the New Heights podcast, and they asked her because she was sitting next to Timothée Chalamet,
and he was
spreading.
Spreading, yeah.
And she talked
like,
about.
I thought that was
like,
funny.
I have a dumper. It doesn't matter. She's like, I got. You know,
she's like, he was taking up the front, and I was taking up the back. That was funny.
I just think it's funny the prospect of like if OKC wins, really if either team wins in the West, the prospect of like all these New York celebrities flying to fucking Oklahoma City, just getting there and being like, what? This is where we're going. Like this small ass city in the middle of the heartland of the country.
I just want to see I just want to see the interview when Hartenstein does the Roommates podcast, whatever Brunson and Hart's podcast is. Yeah, that's a funny show. He'll definitely do it when he comes to town because they're friends.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're at time.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Everything for Brunson.
Do you know Brunson and Josh Hart have a podcast? Mark?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they have a podcast. I'm gonna get the actual name of it.
Every NBA player has a podcast now.
What's that like?
What, having a podcast?
Me, huh?
I think you would know.
That's what it's called. It's called Roommates because they used to be roommates in school.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, moving on.
Next song.
I said it like 4 times.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Oh, can't you see me standing here? I got the back against the record machine. I ain't the words that you've seen. Oh, give me next topic, please. Might as well jump. Might as well jump.
Your next topic.
All right, this is going to be Brendan's least favorite topic, I think.
Really
so
good,
I
Mark.
purposely haven't talked about the immense collapse of the Celtics in the playoffs, going from the fan favorite out of the East to first round losers. From this podcaster's perspective, the Celtics had a game plan that worked for them 2 years ago, and they refused to veer away from that game plan. Some would call it arrogance or stubbornness from head coach Joe Mazzulla. perspective, well, regardless, he actually just walked away as the coach of the year for his team allegedly overachieving during the regular season. And yet John's Knicks have shown that winning basketball is being able to adapt to the matchup, with their head coach Mike Brown openly admitting that this year will be different than previous years, with a more collaborative effort that has resulted in them winding up in the finals. So everyone, should Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla learn from Mike Brown's adaptive and collaborative strategy?
Even I know how to guard the Celtics. I'm not a professional coach.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that works, like, there are way too many teams that are too smart. I mean, you can't do roll out the same thing year to year and expect it to just work every time.
Said the Bills fan.
Everyone has game tape of each other, right?
It's 9 years of Sean McDermott defense. That's why they had to they had to let it go. It just wasn't changing enough.
Yeah.
It's a broader problem in basketball now, though, because like teams, they just focus so heavily on the analytics, and the Celtics are a great example. It's like they just shoot threes. It's like, we're going to shoot threes and we're only taking threes or shots at the rim. And this is what the fucking James Harden Rockets did that pissed me off for years watching them. They refused to take a mid-range jumper. In the playoffs, you need players who can take good contested mid-range shots. Jalen Brunson, for example. But the Celtics, if you just have bad shooting for like a series, you're just not going to win. And so you have to be a little more adaptive and run some other actions. And Derek White was in a shooting slump for the last 4 months of the season, even though he's a great player. And
Sure.
Jaylen Brown was great, but outmatched. Tatum was sort of, he was injured. He wasn't. And plus they don't have bigs that can really stretch the floor. Vucevic sucks. And Kata is, he wasn't ready for the playoffs. So they only have four guys.
This is what really ticked me off in that series. So Joel Embiid came back game 4. And what they did was they attacked him at the pick and roll, and they made him be a defender, and he looked foolish out there. And now they killed him in game 4. They did not go to that same game plan for the rest of the series. Why would you not stick with something that did work to just, go back to what you're used to, and then it wasn't working at a certain point, and you're so fucking like pig-headed that you're just going to keep doing it. It's like, well, they're bound to go in eventually. If one plan isn't working, you have to pivot.
Yeah, especially when the other team is already tuned into exactly what you're doing. I don't know. That just seems like I could figure that out.
It just really ticked me off, the fact that he was like, nope, this is the way we're going to play. Well, the way they were fucking playing didn't work. So now what?
Now their asses are sitting home watching the Knicks make
exactly.
Yeah, that's
actually
exactly what happened.
I was hanging out with Jaylen Brown this past weekend. He was at the hookah bar I was at.
Right? Arrogance to the point of just
true story.
Quick elimination.
Not Cancun.
That's a true story.
Nope.
Jaylen Brown's awesome. I mean, like, he's a great player. I always liked him. I always thought he was like more fun to watch than Tatum. Tatum is a boring superstar. He's too media trained. It's like, oh, you love your kid. That's exciting.
I think the one thing, we're going to talk about the Knicks just a little bit. The one thing that the Knicks did really well is they kept their foot on the gas. They just kept their foot on the gas. Once, like, they went into both of those games, those elimination games, and they said, don't give them hope. That's what Mike Brown told them. And there's something to be said for that the Cavs, they gave up twice at home, gave up. Like,
game 1 just destroyed them. They couldn't come back.
Absolutely.
Just morally, they couldn't come back.
And poor Simic, she was just like, come on, we almost won that game. We should have won that game. Why aren't we playing better? I don't know. That's the same kind of problem that you're talking about, though, Mark. Like, James Harden is bad, and he was getting cooked.
Another classic example of James Harden collapsing.
Just getting cooked for a full quarter, just getting cooked. And for Kenny Atkinson to end that game with timeouts
after he had such weird quotes that series.
Analytically, we're winning.
Well, if you look at the expected analytics, we won 2 of the 3 games.
I mean, they lost all the games by double digits.
Who
They didn't
cares?
come close.
That's not what the score said?
It wasn't close. It
Wow.
wasn't close.
Wait, he actually
it was like
said
good.
that?
It was like
Yes.
good shot analytics.
He's
There's a
getting
bunch
killed
of
for
weird.
it.
That's not good.
I mean, he gets fired, right?
No, they just
No, I don't
re-signed him
think he gets
today.
Are you
fired.
serious?
Came
I feel
out
like that
today,
statement
they said they
alone
re-signed
should
him.
have
Oh, really?
shown him the
That's
door.
bananas.
They had a pretty decent season. They made a huge trade in the middle of the season. They went young for old. They got Harden. They got rid of Garland. He's a good coach. It's somewhat. It bothers me that he sits a lot. Like I coached like young kids, like 8th to 10th grade.
You never
I
see a
never
head coach
fucking-
just sitting
I'm
in
not
their
sitting
seat.
down. Yeah, you got to stand up and coach your team. I don't know what you're doing sitting over there. That always is a pet peeve of mine of his.
That is a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think similarly, like I was saying for the offensive schemes, like Brunson just kept targeting Harden in that pick and roll, and defenses will do this
Wouldn't
too,
you?
where it's like, of course, but they
You
kept
force
giving
teams, you force players that can't defend to actually defend, and whoa, that's a great strategy.
but they kept giving the switch. It was just like, oh, Harden,
I know.
like, bring up Harden's man and Dean Wade, whoever it is. We're just going to give the switch. I mean, this happened years ago when Doncic just kept doing it to Rudy Gobert, great defensive player, but not great on the perimeter. They just kept giving the switch, and that's sort of similar to the Celtics. Just like we're going to bomb threes, we're going to stick with the scheme. It clearly wasn't working. Don't give the switch. Fight over the screen. And fucking guard him. Like it's not James Harden's job. As much as I kind of hate James Harden, it's not his job to guard the best defense or best offensive player on the Knicks. It's not.
Nope.
And so that's a failure of the coaching staff to just continually give them the switch.
And not like Atlanta finished that series well, but do what Atlanta was doing. Make them make a decision that isn't Jalen Brunson. That is how. I mean, the Knicks are better than they were last year, but like that's how the Pacers beat them last year. They just put all their guys on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
You should double Brunson because he is undersized. You should double him.
Right.
And the Knicks can get out of it. But
Somewhere along the season, Jalen Brunson felt like he had to do it all himself. But somewhere along the season, he decided that he could actually finally trust his teammates. And I think now, I mean, he's a smart enough player where you start to trap him, he's going to start anticipating that trap, and he's going to know where his teammates are.
Oh, he'll get out of it. Yeah.
I mean,
The wild card is Cat.
What was it?
Cat
Game
had 3 fouls in the first 5 minutes.
3, where Brunson scored 12 points, but he had 13 assists. I mean, he's ready, and we're at time. And I ended
He's
on
not a
Jalen
flashy
Brunson.
passer.
No, he's not a flashy passer. He's a good passer.
I wish I was tracking how many minutes we talk about the Knicks on this show.
We might be going for record.
gonna be a-
Mark, I do feel bad for you. I never feel bad for the Celtics, but they did just get like the fully realized team of the 76ers. It wasn't realized the entire year. And then for a 7-game series, it was like healthy Embiid, Maxey.
Yeah, those last 3 games were like the only 3 games that the whole team was healthy.
Exactly. And then they just collapsed against the Knicks. So, yeah, you caught them at the wrong time.
Oh, Embiid broke again.
Yeah.
All right.
Shocker.
Fucking hate him.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got sports on my mind, and I can't get enough. Nothing every time I hear next topic, everybody's hands go up.
Whoop!
And they stay there, yeah. And they stay there, yeah. And they stay there.
Up, down.
Up.
Oh man.
So, guys, I'm very excited. So you guys get another fully Knicks question. So after winning 11 consecutive playoff games, all by double digits, except for the one, including Monday's 130-93 victory, the Knicks have made NBA history with the largest point differential in an 11-game span ever. This surpasses the plus 196 record set by the 2017 Golden State Warriors. This version of the 2026 Knicks are everything they weren't in 2025, with the highest scoring bench and consistent transition scoring. So really, does this Knicks team live up to the hype? What is making the score so lopsided, and what are their chances in the finals?
I think they have a great chance. I worry, though, advocating you lose games, you're on a great winning streak. But when you're on a winning streak, it is bound to stop eventually. And I don't want it to stop in the finals. So, and I am, like, there is the rust thing. Like, they've been resting, which is good. But whoever wins this series now is going to be like, they're going to be coming off, they're going to be a little more ready.
Well, I mean, they had to shake the Cavs rust, the rust off.
Yeah.
for the Cavs. That took a second.
Yeah.
Almost
So
lost
I
game
worry
one.
about that.
3 quarters. It did. It took a second. I worry about it too. It's not really like, of all the really great teams, the 17 Warriors, those Cavs teams, those Heat teams, those Laker teams, like, where does this team rank? How good is this team actually?
Okay, let's pump the brakes here. Okay,
I'm not pumping the brakes.
First of all,
I got
plus 296, more than anybody. Shut your mouth.
the team has not won a damn thing yet. Okay, so let's not be talking about greatest teams of all time. Even though I did hear about this. Walt Frazier was on a radio program, and he said that this team eerily reminds him of the teams that won the title in the 70s.
Nice.
Because they're like they're selfless, and they're a cohesive unit. Now
they have that energy.
They have that energy
for personnel. Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't think you have anything to worry about with the whole them resting. I believe I haven't looked up the stat in a while, but I think I heard it last year that teams that have at least 7 days of rest before the finals win like 80 to 90% of the series or something.
I saw that with the last series. 88%. I saw that stat with the last
88%.
Series.
Oh, that's high.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
So yeah. So while game one might be a little bit iffy because they're gonna have a little bit of rust on them. I mean, at this point of year, you want the rest. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
You want the rest.
Especially
Anunoby, I'm guessing isn't number one, and everyone else on the West. I mean, like Brendan was saying, they're hurt right now.
Mitch has to tape his fucking
rest.
finger. He needs a robot finger. We need us some Mitch.
Yeah, who cares if you're rusty?
Like the Knicks too. Like you're going to be playing away either way. So like obviously you have to win a game on the road, but it doesn't have to be game one. Like.
Right, you can take game one to kind of.
It doesn't have to be, So
right.
That's fine for them.
You can use that game to get back
all
into
these
it.
Knicks were playing 100 minutes the last 3 years with Tibbs, so like.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing, right?
While they're resting,
they're like 9 deep. They're like 9 deep this year. Like they're deeper than they've been in a really long time. But they're used to playing 46 minutes. The starters, so like they're like, yeah, fuck, let's run.
So we got plenty of energy. Yeah,
I was going to ask you, John, since you probably know this.
We've been having this break.
What's the roster turnover compared to 25?
It's a question. How impactful has the Knick bench been? Landry Shamet, Mitch, guys coming in and really. I mean, Shamet probably won. What is that, game 2? He hit those threes at the end. The one close game. Mitch, he won that game. Oh, game 1, right? I mean, I looked at this stat. They're the highest scoring bench in the playoffs and one of the highest scoring benches in the regular season. I love
that. Yeah, that really is a 180 compared to the last couple of years.
Jose Caballero I
think you're muted, Pete.
I mean, the fact that
Pete is muted.
I am muted. Man, I was saying good stuff too.
Anytime we ignore you, Pete, it's because you're muted.
I was literally asking
you.
Say, it worked out perfectly. I was like, what personnel has changed? And then you talked about the bench, and then I was going to say this is a complete 180 from the last couple of years. So there you go. You're caught up on Pete.
Did you see Tyler Kolek hit a bunch of threes in this last series? And Mr. Barbecue Chicken himself, Tyler Kolek. Apparently Chalamet and him are friends, so he just goes, "White boy." That's funny.
I mean, like that's the biggest difference between Mike Brown and Tibbs. Is like Mike Brown has been willing to use schematically they are better. Like it's less Jalen Brunson hero ball, but like. He's just willing to play the bench, and they have, like, again, you don't need to play Josh Hart for 46 minutes. Like, you can play him for 40, but, like, those other 3 minutes or 6 minutes can be filled with, Clarkson could get a shot up anytime, even though he's just a great ISO player. Shamet is a great movement shooter, so, like, you'd love to have him. Robinson, we don't even need to talk about. The guy's an offensive rebounding machine. And then, they just got a couple other dudes that are, they fit with, Deuce, they just fit. They just fit with the team.
John, I got a question for you that I already know what you're going to say, but I definitely want to just hear your reaction to this question. How much of this has to do with Jimmy Dolan being like hands off with the team and hiring a president of basketball operations.
So much.
Everything.
I read an article on that too. He's been Belichick-esque. He's just been very quiet about his moves and no bravado. And he's just making, a lot of really smart moves. We said this in the show, when Mitch went down, when Deuce went down, and they brought in Alvarado, and Alvarado has been excellent. He's so much fun to watch. He's right. Just a New York kid playing on the Knicks. And the thing he does where he hides at the post and then sneaks up behind players, I fucking love. Every time he steals the ball like that, I love it.
Grand Theft Alvarado.
Grand Theft Alvarado, exactly.
That's got to be the best nickname.
The best fucking nickname.
Every owner, though, should be learning from this.
Yeah.
You're an owner. You're a rich dude. You own a basketball team. That's sick. Let the people who know shit about basketball run your team. Be willing to spend the money. You're a billionaire. Spend the money to have people come to your arena, spend money on food, on tickets, watching good players. Plus, the Knicks have made all their moves. It's all acquisitions. They haven't had it's not nothing really in the draft. It's all smart contracts moving. They were kind of savage. They moved Randall. They moved DiVincenzo, players that they really liked. And Jimmy Dolan is an idiot. He's just sitting back there.
But
he's just chilling back there. He's like, you know what?
But Leon Rose, man,
so much money. Leon Rose never talks to the press.
Never talks to the press. That's actually Pete, the essential GM of the Knicks. He hired a president of basketball operations, Leon Rose, who makes all the moves, and he doesn't talk to the press at all. That's his rule. He's just nope.
Zero communication.
And no, and he does really smart shit. Alvarado was a big save this year, I think, because Deuce was their sixth man, and he went down for a while.
All right.
Yeah, he's energy. He fulfills what they need. He's only playing 7 minutes a game, if that. But when he goes in, it's just electric. Some of those second quarters, you just need you don't need to win the quarter. You need to win those minutes. I heard Jamal Crawford say that the other day on one of the broadcasts. You don't need some of these bench guys to win you a full quarter, but if they can win you 5 minutes, my God, Jalen Brunson's on the bench resting. You're good.
Right, just be plus. Be plus something when you're out there. That's all we need. Go Knicks.
All right, real quick. This was our last NBA Finals question. John, how many games the Knicks going to win in?
6.
6? Brendan, what about
6.
you? What do you think is going to be the result?
7. If I'm going Knicks, it's going to be in 7. It's hard to say without the opponent. If it's OKC,
I think you're right. I think
I could see OKC
Knicks
winning
in 7.
in 6. Knicks in 7. Yeah.
If it's against the Spurs, I think you're right. I think it might be Knicks in 6, but I think against the Thunder, it's going to be Knicks in 7.
NBA Cup,
with the Spurs winning this game so hard, so dominantly, I think the Spurs probably win this series.
I don't think so. I think it's going back to OKC. OKC is going to win the.
Yeah,
OKC's going to win, I think. And
this is the NBA Cup, right?
Haven't they?
The NBA Cup happened earlier this season.
No, I'm saying that the NBA Cup was Spurs Knicks, right?
It was.
It was.
It was. And the Knicks did win that.
I think the Thunder are more appropriately. Yeah.
That was one game, John.
One game.
Fuck you.
All right, let's hear it for another fake sponsor, FanFit Tracker. Count calories burned during emotional overreactions. FanFit Tracker. Passion is cardio. No, really.
Nice.
It's time for next topic. A 7 Nation army couldn't hold it back.
That was really good.
So with less than a handful of NBA teams left to play this season, the rest are already thinking of next year. This especially involves 2 big-time superstars with lingering futures, including LeBron James, who is set to become a free agent, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is most likely getting traded out of Milwaukee. James' likely destinations are one he's familiar with, including staying in Los Angeles or running it back to Cleveland for a third stint. Meanwhile, it is expected that Giannis will get a king's ransom for his services from teams like the Celtics, Cavs, Pistons, Clippers, Warriors, Heat, or a dark horse. So everyone, what teams should Giannis and LeBron play for next season?
LeBron should play for Team James and go home.
No. Ooh.
Back where it all began.
No, he should retire. He's not.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like he's done. You think?
No.
You know,
Let him cook.
I almost made this my topic. I think Tom Brady has ruined it for 40-year-old athletes because he won a championship in his 40s, and now everyone, LeBron James and Aaron Rodgers, think that they're still high quality, top caliber athletes that can win a title.
Okay,
Sorry.
I think LeBron aged more
LeBron can still
gracefully
win a
than.
title.
He's not
41.
the same LeBron James though.
Oh no, not at all
He can
now.
still win a
But
title on a
he
better
lasted.
team, though. The Lakers they had a weird team this year.
No, okay,
I
so
think.
Brendan, you haven't watched the show, but we're doing these NBA power rankings, and Mark, 1 week made the Lakers the number one team, and then
They weren't the number one team.
no, you made them
But
the number one team.
They were up there. They were, I
No,
think,
you made
number
them-
3.
And then they lost Luca, and
The next night they lost Luca, and I think a week later they lost Austin Reeves.
Reeves, yeah.
It was like the week it fell apart, and I don't know. I think that if OKC plays I don't know if they win, but they definitely show up better in that series if they play a healthy Laker team.
I mean, Luka's a beast. They were
Luka's a
losing
beast.
30 points a night, and they just didn't have that. So
And Reeves has turned out to be a very, very good player. Dawson Reeves is very good at basketball. I think that he
fizzled out. He fizzled out in that series. He did nothing.
I think Bron either stays in LA or goes to Cleveland. Those are the only two things that make sense.
Well,
What about this,
those
John?
are the options that I told you about. Yes.
there's one other option.
That's what, retire and go home?
The Wizards?
The Washington Wizards.
Hell
Even
yeah,
Michael
baby.
Jordan.
Because
Come
they're
to
just
my team.
accumulating all of this talent that nobody wants right now.
He can play with
Davis.
Anthony Davis again. He can play with his boy. He could do the whole thing where you got a LeBron jersey on the Wizards.
What's the
You
kid
got
from the Hawks that I can't? Trey Young.
Trae Young.
Like, they got all this talent that nobody wants. I'm sure they're still paying off John Wall's old contract.
Listen, all right, John Wall slipped in the shower, tore his Achilles. Never forget that day. Horrible day of my life. So, it is what it is. But
You make it sound like you were
I no, I
He was
wasn't.
there in the shower.
listen.
He saw it happen.
I leaked it to Shams. He tweeted it. No, I don't know where LeBron's gonna play. I'm a huge LeBron fan. Like,
Are you really?
and see, you're a Celtics fan, and you obviously hate LeBron.
I've
and
never
you
been a
probably
LeBron
hate
James fan. And
you hate
it's
the Lakers too, I'd imagine.
no,
so.
well, it's not even
Which is
like I
fair.
hated him when he
Which
was
is
on the Cavs. I hated him. Anything that LeBron does, I would do the opposite.
So I growing up, like, I had a Bulls hat when I was like 5.
Yeah.
And so I I love Michael Jordan. But then as I grew up, like, LeBron came in the league in 2003. So I was born in 97. So I don't really remember the NBA without LeBron. And I didn't like him when he was on the Heat because I thought, whatever, it was fun to root for the other team. But when he went back to Cleveland and won, I've always rooted for him. I do think he's the best player probably of all time. I think Jordan had maybe the best peak. But like the just collective asset, the collective stats that he has, and I get it. It's always going to be debated, but to me, it's sort of like we talked about a comfort food earlier. This is so lame, but like I like watching LeBron in the fucking playoffs. Like it's like I don't know my life without LeBron in the playoffs. It just feels like weird.
You want to know what's
So I
interesting?
just want him to. I want him to cook.
You want to
forever.
know what's
Stay on
interesting?
whatever team.
Brendan told me once that he didn't mind Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, the prequels, and it's because it's the Star Wars he grew up with, and that makes
I love 'em.
that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
The reason that you are
different
Team Braun
era,
over
too.
Team Jordan is because that's the massive player you grew up with. You didn't
Yeah.
really watch Jordan, and
No.
I didn't
Loved him.
really watch Braun. I mean, I watched Braun. I was aware of it happening, but it wasn't the same.
I think too.
So I think that has a lot to do with it, to be honest.
Right.
It's my storyline for him. Yeah.
I think also maybe seeing has the game of basketball changed that much to where your superstars now have a lot better time? I mean, they always say this about football.
The game
right?
itself is drastically different. Yeah, for sure.
They always say this about NFL quarterbacks. Like, okay, look at the QBs of the 70s and 80s, and like, oh, well, they threw way too many interceptions. It's like, every single play they got the shit kicked out of them, and it was legal, perfectly legal hits. Like,
they all had concussions.
Yeah. You couldn't throw over the middle. Multiple your receiver would die. Right. Everybody had CTE.
Can't walk down the stairs.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And strategically, even like interceptions were not as frowned upon in ball control and efficiency as they were today. So it's a different game. And it's the same thing can be said about Jordan in this case.
Like, yeah, I mean, in the peak Jordan years,
swap them
the
into
finals
into
of NBA games were like 90 to 87.
Yeah. So swap them into the relative
that's
errors.
That's like a third quarter score now.
Yeah.
LeBron's game though has changed, like with the sport. Like he
has played long enough.
When he was on the Cavs, when he played on the Cavs, like they used to play two bigs. They'd have Algauskas on those old Cavs teams. Like they'd play a pretty big 4, pretty big 5. So like he grew up in that era where like there was not a lot of floor spacing, and then the 3-point revolution happened, and he sort of evolved with all of that. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter now. He's like third all-time in assists. He's going to crush the all-time scoring record. Like, I could just go on forever. It's like sad that I'm a grown man talking about LeBron on a podcast, but like, I just love him. I just love the guy. I just think he's hilarious.
That's
I like that he's getting good at golf now.
That is so good.
There you go.
Awesome. I think we're good on that.
Brendan loves LeBron's balls.
There you go.
Don't make that the title of this one, please.
Could be LeBron's balls, though.
All right.
Mark's ready.
It's time for the next topic.
Oh.
It's time for the next topic. There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
I couldn't hear you doing it. It must have canceled out.
Yeah, I know. I just realized I didn't really have a good spot to like do the.
Just hit something.
I could have done it with my. I guess I could have done it with my mouth.
Just yeah.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Pause.
There you go.
Yo.
Hey. All right.
That was a good
Now
one.
for something completely different. After nearly 7 years off the big screen, Star Wars has officially made its theatrical return this past Memorial Day weekend with The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now on paper, it took the #1 spot, but the underlying numbers tell a much bleaker story. The film pulled in a 4-day domestic total of around $98 million, making it the lowest opening weekend for a Star Wars movie in the Disney era. This is even lower than 2018's infamous box office flop Solo, which I did actually like. The movie itself was fine with some big action sequences and a long period of puppetry, but it begs the existential question, have we reached peak franchise fatigue, not just Marvel? And is there even a place for live-action Star Wars in modern theater-going culture, or have the streaming years permanently diluted the brand? For Brandon.
Hell of a question.
Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff in there.
I don't think it's so. I don't want to be a pessimist. I love Star Wars.
I love Star Wars, but I'm also a pessimist.
I like those prequel movies. I know the accents are tough on some of them, but like I love Revenge of the Sith. That's like my fucking movie. I was 8 when it came out. Whatever. So
yeah,
like
it's your Star Wars. It's your story.
See, that one was decent. It's the other two that I have a problem with.
I know the second one with Anakin and Padme. Those scenes, there's tough shit happening there. But
yeah,
I like to think of. I like to like. Yes, it's been 7 years. I think they're doing a similar thing they did with The Force Awakens, which is like, we gotta get just like ease people back into Star Wars a little bit. Like The Force Awakens, they basically recut New Hope. It looked pretty nice. There was like another Death Star that was a planet. I'm actually a fan of that film. And I think this movie is not as good as that at all. I would rank it pretty low on my all-time Star Wars movies. But
it's fun.
I think it was fun. I went with my friends. We got a beer. We got some beers beforehand. We went and saw the movie. I don't need to see it again. I do think it's, to your point of the streaming, I don't know if it's diluted the product, but I think it's just changed the way we expect Star Wars to like what we expect out of it. I don't think the live action stuff has worked that much. I think Filoni and all of those guys, they're so good with the animated shit. Like the Mall show is fucking amazing. Like Bad Batch was great. Rebels is an amazing feat. The last season of Clone Wars was great.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think we need to, but we don't need to see some of these characters in live action. Like to me, I don't need to see. I mean, Ahsoka's great. She's one of my favorite characters. But like, I don't need an Ahsoka. I'm cool if those guys stay in animation. What I always wanted as a fan was to see Luke Skywalker kick some ass, and then in the 8th movie, he just fucking sits on an island and doesn't do anything.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, I think to be fair, the 7th movie put him there. You know, like they did put him there. I mean, to answer your point with sort of another thing, John, I think the 8th movie sort of broke our brains as a fan base to like how we can even think about Star Wars. Like to me, when we're talking about this movie, we're thinking too much about who wrote it, who directed it, like what it did numbers wise, instead of just like, what about the plot? Like no one seems to care because there's too much like, oh, Disney's not good. George Lucas isn't the one making these movies anymore. It's not a
I don't know
vision.
if the plot was great.
The plot wasn't great.
I think that's the problem is that we're not.
I don't think it was great. And you said this when we talked about it before. It felt too much like an extended episode of The Mandalorian.
I think it was.
And it probably was, right? And we got some fan service stuff. Like we got Zeb. We got Zeb for 2 hours. Did we need Zeb for 2 hours? Probably not. Nobody knows.
If his character had any meaning in the movie, it would, but he didn't really do anything. He was just like a chauffeur.
He was just like a chauffeur. So, I mean, I didn't need that. You know what I needed? I needed Bo-Katan. I really wanted Bo-Katan in this movie, and I didn't get her. And
that's right. She wasn't in it. She wasn't in it at all.
I thought we would definitely get Bo-Katan because they really were working on that Mandalorian storyline. Like, if they did a previously to this movie, it would be like all the fucking Mandalorian shit that I saw I did a catch-up with Pete, but also with my daughter.
There was a lot of cool stuff in the recap.
And it was a bunch of Mandalorian shit with Bo-Katan. I think that part of the story is really important.
They're afraid.
It's disappointing because Andor is a masterpiece, truly a masterpiece.
Yeah, don't spoil. I guess I know what happens, but I'm not done with it. I'm in the middle of season 2 still, and that show is honestly. Truly, I was down in the dumps with Star Wars for a while until I started watching Andor, and that like rekindled my love for it.
Incredible. It's incredible.
It's the most. I mean, it's the most right now socially relevant portion of the Star Wars universe because we're living it. But like,
yes,
but it's probably the most interesting. The height of the Republic or the Empire, that is the height of the Empire.
I think it also does a good job of simultaneously expanding the lore while paying homage and respecting the original movie that started the whole thing. Whereas sometimes I feel like these side characters and stuff veer a little bit too far away from the plot. It's cool stuff, but there's not that big, important, overarching theme in some of them. Like, case in point, this Mandalorian one, which had cool bits, but it never, like John was saying, it just felt like an extended TV episode as opposed to part of this grander thing.
Well, while the Andor story, the pre-4, so like 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3, I think that the pre-4 portion of the storyline is probably the most interesting. I think that the just after 6 is probably the most boring, honestly.
Yeah, well, okay. There's a very good reason for that.
But we just don't have shit on it. It's like we don't have. We don't. I imagine what you guys wanted growing up. You want to see Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Chewie do some cool shit when the Empire's gone, fight a pirate or something, and we just basically skipped that. And we went to like the First Order, which was just like boring.
Yeah, but I mean, to John's point though, with what makes pre-episode 4 like leading up to that so exciting, and what would lead post 6 not be exciting is narrative tension.
True.
I mean, the 20 years leading up to between episode 3 and 4 has it in spades, right? After 6, you don't really have anything, which is why I feel like the new trilogy, they were kind of just throwing darts at the wall, trying to fabricate something. Just like after Avengers Endgame, where do you go from here? You hit that climactic tension moment and you resolved it. Now what?
Like, the bad guy is leftover Empire warlords. Just
Well, I think there's
Yeah. And Sigourney Weaver was cool, though.
She was cool. Back to
That's
her.
cool.
Flying an X-Wing.
I think there's
Good for her.
they did this thing with the prequels where they made Clone Wars, and it's sort of, I don't know if you guys watched that show or not, but like it really like kind of made the prequels better because it like made Anakin Skywalker's character more likable, because in the movies the acting, the writing, it didn't do him that many favors. And so like you really fall in love with him, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, you get to learn more about them. It beefed up those characters, and to me makes those movies much better. And the world building was amazing.
Yeah.
I really would love if they would do that post 6. You don't have to have Mark Hamill do the voice. You have Luke, you have Chewie, you have Leia doing all this cool shit with politics.
Mhm.
You have like those original cast of characters animated, what Filoni is good at, and like bringing that story, and then you're leading up to 7, 8, 9, which again, not movies everybody really loves, but I think you can enhance those movies with like a good show like that. But I just don't think they're ever going to do it because they don't think they can make enough money out of it, and they want to make live action shit, which falls into the problem with like Disney being the one who owns Lucasfilm,
But like,
and not like
I think that's a really good point, and
good points
we're at
there.
time, but I think that's a really good point, and that's exactly what Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk are doing with Firefly. They're like, you know what? We're kind of old, but if we just make our new show animated, we can do whatever we want with these characters that people really like.
Sure.
Anything we want. We'll still voice them. We'll still help write it, but it's animated.
That's a smart way.
And
no
animated shows right now are super, super popular.
Yep.
I watch a lot of serious animated shows. Like
I watch it in a heartbeat.
Yep.
I watch Invincible, which is great. You know, lots of good ones.
Speaking of animated, my post "We're at Time" tidbit here. I was right, John. The 2 huge mega droids in the movie were in fact stop motion animated by none other than Phil Tippett himself and his legendary team of stop motion animation artists.
That's super
I
fucking cool.
called it.
Cool.
They also had the NVIDIA robots.
They were in the back. Actually, I think it was right after that fight. They were sitting there in the background.
Yeah, they had the NVIDIA robots bouncing around.
But hey, kudos to The Mandalorian for at least on the visual effects side of things, which is, you know, my neck of the woods, for using some old school techniques. And like John said in his intro, a lot of puppeteering, actually.
A lot of puppetry.
They didn't just CG
shitload of-
Yoda.
I thought it worked.
Yeah.
They did a
I thought
shitload
it
of
worked.
practical. But I mean, Star Wars is about practical. And it was interesting.
It was for a while, then it wasn't. And now
I should have a conversation with Jamie
Jar Jar
about
Binks.
her feelings about practical effects and all the puppeteering and all the robots and stop motion animation and all the old school techniques that they used. And we're definitely at time. We need to move on.
All right.
Could go forever.
I can't
on
get
fucking
down.
Star Wars.
I can't get down.
Yes.
So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. And jump around. Jump up for the next topic now. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump, jump, jump.
It was so interesting, Mark.
I would jump and make not loud screaming noises, but I've already probably disturbed my son too much.
The cream of the crop, a rise to the top.
So just
We
about
share
all
the
Red
wall.
Sox fans are mad at
Never
majority
shoot a
owner
pig
John
because a pig is a
Henry.
cup.
In fact, most fans on Yawkey Way were caught chanting "Sell the team" during today's game against the Braves. More notable fan movements, including the reverse boycott of the Oakland Athletics, where they actually attended games in hopes they wouldn't move the team. Manchester United fans storming the pitch in response to the Glazer family's attempt in the European Super League. And of course, you have the infamous Colin Kaepernick kneeling down during the Star Spangled Banner. And yeah, that's more of a player one. But so, everyone, do you feel that fans or players can affect an owner and how a team is operated?
I think so.
I mean, I hope so, but honestly, I don't think so.
Because they're billionaires, and billionaires don't listen to the common folk.
I mean,
I think
okay,
that
well,
Yes.
billionaires listen to the bottom line, but people are always going to go to sports events. And what's happened to sports, which I really don't like right now, and I've been thinking about this a lot, is that a sports ticket, especially an arena sports ticket, is becoming a little bit priced out of the middle class. Like, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't go to the Garden anymore.
Well, let's bring it back to, Jimmy Dolan getting more hands off on the team. What do you think made him do that?
Because they were so fucking bad for so fucking long.
They had 9 straight seasons where they were under 500.
So bad for so long.
Do you think he thought that was his fault? Do you think someone told him that he...
I think someone convinced him. Maybe not telling him it was his fault, but convinced him that maybe he wanted to step back from the operations. Of the
maybe
club.
all the fans, Knicks fans, yelling at him. I mean, how many times did you yell at him, John?
He had a dust up with like Spike Lee, sort of like that wasn't allowed in the arena once or something, and it was all public. I think he was getting a lot of bad PR too. Like
that is true. Was that around the time where you started doing the facial scanning and kicking out Girl Scouts?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was.
Oh, no, that was the story. We covered it on this show.
We did.
I don't know. I think that grassroots is important. I think that we as a society are based around protest. I think that I would like to think that if a bunch of fans got together and tried to make their opinion known, that coaches or owners would listen. But to be honest, I don't think it would matter.
Back to your point, John. It's getting super expensive to go to games, and the middle class can't really afford. Don't you think maybe people should do something about that?
They asked. Mandami did an interview. Mandami did an interview this past week because he's actually doing a raffle for like regular people to try to go to the World Cup. So World Cup ticket right now is $8,000. And they asked him if he would try to do the same thing for the Knicks. And he's like kind of a nice dude, it seems. But he's like, I'm not going to make any promises. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll try. I think it's important that regular people get to go to basketball games.
Yeah, there should be price controls on stuff like that. And also you have the whole secondary market, StubHub and all that stuff.
That makes it even worse.
A lot of that
and that should be illegal.
Right. Major antitrust violations.
It's only not illegal because they pay taxes.
Pete, I read that the most expensive NFL tickets this year are going to be Bills games at the new stadium.
I believe it. Sure. I mean, yeah.
But like,
it's like how are you gonna make your fans feel good in Buffalo? Like Buffalo, a city that's been through so much, it's fucking cold the whole time. Hey, why don't you spend a lot of season ticket holders? How about you spend a fuck ton of money on tickets?
Right.
You will though.
After we publicly financed your stadium, even though you're a billionaire.
Yeah, that's a case. I was actually going to bring this up because you're talking about, do owners listen to their fans? I think in some ways the Bills, yes, but there's a limitation to that because of the league itself, which probably puts a damper on a lot of that. Whereas, okay, I was going to say Gary Bettman. Who's the NFL commissioner? Why am I blanking here?
Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
Goodell, yeah. So, I mean, he basically pushes a lot of these teams, especially the Buffalonians with their 53-year-old stadium to get a new stadium, or else they're pretty much going to try to force the owner to move out of the city.
Well, they needed a new stadium, didn't they?
Right. Unfortunately,
no, they probably didn't need a $2 billion stadium.
No, but I mean the Rock Pile, the Rock Pile was the old one, Rich Stadium, whatever you call it, Highmark, it was falling apart. The new one, I feel like the design and a lot of the attention to detail and theme and schematics of it and the atmosphere, they were taking a ton of fan input. I mean, they were literally having surveys out there. They were asking people what they wanted. Yes, it was cheaper to build an open stadium than a dome, but a dome would
Open stadium's the way to go.
Yeah.
It's football.
And I think in this climate, in this day and age, so many other colder climates just went dome because, hey, now we can host the Super Bowl. We can do events year round. Buffalo's like, no. Like the snow globe is our identity. Like this is our fucking stadium. This is how we do it. We're outdoors. We make other teams deal with it. We're going to have that same thing here, but just refined and futuristic. So I think in those cases, yes, they listen to their fans, but I agree there's a limit to that because of the freaking commissioner and like pretty much prioritizing the most expensive seating available. Even the way they structured the capacity and the proportion of expensive seats and suites to the everyday person, like you said, the blue collar worker who just wants to buy season tickets to see their team.
Oh Christ!
And it's wrong that we just have like these billionaire owners like blackmailing these cities that need this economic activity. They blackmail them and say, "We're going to move the city." Like they're doing with the Bears right now. We're going to move the Bears to fucking Indiana.
I know.
Like
what's up with
Wizards.
that? They're like, oh, it's not going to be in Chicago anymore.
It's like we're going to move the Wizards to
that's a bluff.
Alexandria, but they do that and they hold it over their like city council members and stuff like that. It's like the sports team, it should be serving as a public good. Everybody can like sports.
If we're going to pay taxes, spend a significant portion of our tax dollars building that stadium, we should get revenue sharing of events in that stadium as kickbacks.
I agree.
Instead of all that going to the owners of the teams and people using them, like, we should be getting that as a tax refund.
Pete, the cheapest seat to Bills Patriots at the new stadium
I'm scared.
is $369 per.
That's the cheapest
and that
seat?
is the cheapest seat. And
At
that is
face value or secondary market?
It's StubHub, so it's secondary market.
Okay. But see, and that's the other problem, though.
You can't take your family. That's just one ticket. We want to take your family. You got three kids or whatever.
But
That's another
Ticketmaster and
mortgage.
StubHub are pretty much just like eating each other's assholes because they're just these evil hyper corporations that just like they compound and inflate and inflate and inflate, and they literally buy and sell them to each other. Like, how fucking illegal is that?
And Pete, that is section 400, so up in the stratosphere.
Right.
Is it 400?
That's section 400.
It's a vertically stacked stadium. Think Seattle Stadium.
That's got to be very high.
It's
Yeah,
high, but it's not.
point.
It's high, but it's actually closer into the field than the old stadium by a lot.
Oddly, it
think
does
Seattle
not tell
Stadium.
me.
It's
Oddly,
built
it
like a
does not
tower.
tell me the. Oddly, it does not tell me the row. That makes me nervous.
Probably the last row if they don't tell you.
And the most expensive seat. You guys want to take guesses?
Oh, I bet it's like a couple $1,000s.
I'd say 4,000.
I was gonna say 3.
Oh,
This is
no,
week
not.
4, guys. This is not even opening week.
Almost 5.
Oh my god.
Almost 5. Though that looks
See,
like a
I get it
box.
for the opening game because that's a once in a lifetime thing. That's a once.
True.
I mean, it's a pass.
Once
Again, I would love to know what the
Yeah.
face value of these tickets are.
Right. I still remember
I don't
my
even know if
first.
there really is such thing as face value anymore because
Nobody gets that
everything
shit
is digital
anymore.
and prices
Yeah.
just keep changing.
Anyway, I mean, this is a side quest. But what I'm saying is, I think that as long as someone is buying tickets, they don't fucking care.
No, they don't, which is sad.
And they have their corporate sponsors too. So it's like they're already getting that money as well.
Oh yeah.
If they don't fill up,
Yeah, they're just lining their own pockets.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of banks in Buffalo.
Meanwhile, we're gonna eventually pay $30 for a beer.
No, what's going to happen is that these, like, for basketball specifically, but these, like, outdoor parties, these, like, viewing parties for the regular folk, those prices are going to start going up. And soon the simulcasting is going to go up. And you're not going to be able to watch sports at all because someone realized, ESPN, like the folks at Disney realized that it's the last great market that people will pay to see stuff. I mean, I'm going to get ESPN next week. Because I didn't really watch any Eastern Conference Finals games. Those are all on ESPN. The series no one cared about, OKC and San Antonio, was on Peacock. I have Peacock. I watched that. But the finals are on ABC. So I'm gonna probably.
I have my friend's YouTube TV. I have to use his because I don't have it.
Right,
Please
and they know
Oh, yeah.
that people are gonna play. They know it is. They know, and it sucks, but I think we're truly in the darkest timeline, and I think we're a little fucked.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Hey, Mark. Do you know what time it is?
Dude.
It's the final topic.
Explosion.
Fucking love you guys. We got to do this show every week. I missed you. All right. So, in classic John fashion, I want to end us on something depressing. For some wish I wasn't surprised about this news out of the NFL. Packers running back Josh Jacobs was arrested Tuesday on 5 charges, including felony strangulation, and booked, according to a police department press release. The arrest stems from an incident Saturday morning that the police responded to that Jacob denies vehemently. Currently, the organization is in deflect mode, saying they're going to let the process play out. How have we let domestic violence incidents with professional athletes become so commonplace that this wasn't even a top news story? And how do we expect the NFL and the Packers to respond?
I mean, they're going to respond by saying the word allegedly a lot.
Yep.
Allegedly a whole
Well,
lot.
Colin
Rasheed
Kaepernick
Rice.
kneels, and it's like the biggest deal of all time.
Right.
All these
Oh
people
my
beat their
God.
wives, and
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
How dare
Rasheed
you
Rice,
piss off
who,
our military complex,
Yeah.
hyper donors.
Rasheed Rice, who literally got someone killed, got 6 games, and
Like, how do you
his
put
distant
that's
cousin Ray
insane.
Rice, remember, got 2 games for
Yeah.
bitch slapping someone in an elevator.
Yeah, wasn't Tyreek Hill also filmed like on camera abusing his girlfriend or wife or
Yes.
fiance? Whoever it
He
was?
came back and kicked her in an elevator, like literally like a petulant child.
Why is it always
I'm pretty
elevators?
sure Ray Lewis killed somebody.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Like,
No, well, Ray Lewis saw someone kill somebody. Because I remember that
He
being
probably
on Saturday
killed
Night
somebody.
Live. They did a
Okay.
whole cartoon,
Yeah.
and he's
Still,
like,
though.
"Oh shit, I didn't see nothing," and then he like drives away.
I mean, here's the thing.
We
When
all laugh
you
because it's
say-
absolutely insane.
When you say anyone is arrested for felony strangulation, which means it was strangling someone.
Yeah, like are there
Right.
are there witnesses that can corroborate this? Is that this is a done deal?
I think that means you don't play anymore, but that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Josh Jacobs is
You're
a
off the
major.
team.
Yeah.
You're not paid. Like, we can let the investigation play out, but like, you should just be cut from the team.
Yeah.
And it's just
Is part of this
And
too
we
that maybe we don't humanize
That's not going to happen.
we don't humorize
bottom line.
right. I feel like a lot of athletes get put up on this pedestal now and they're not humanized and talked about out in the community being role models and actively like being influences from young kids growing up with aspirations of doing good things, being athletes themselves, or just participating in the community. I feel like that part of the NFL, yes, it still exists. There's still Walter Payton Man of the Year award, but I feel like that stuff used to be the default of the league. Like it was league wide before, and now it just seems like a little subset of it. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it's just how dark things are lately.
It's very, listen, I've always been a big believer, especially with Goodell. The NFL, they want to do everything they can do to control the storylines.
Yeah,
and
maximize
NFL
profits.
now
But
is
not
a
pay taxes on it.
multi-billion-dollar industry. They have money to essentially shut things down, cover things up. So that might be one reason why this not. I mean, we haven't heard a lot from this story. I heard about it, but then again, I watch a lot of sports coverage. So now, to be fair, we are in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty. Josh Jacobs does not have a big history of violence or anything like that. And so we'll see what evidence is out there and whatnot. I mean, listen, NFL athletes can be targets of extortion and whatnot. So innocent until proven guilty. I'm not saying that he's guilty.
Mark,
I'm
you're
not
so
saying that he's
PC.
not.
You're so
No,
PC, Mark.
in all seriousness, like there's a lot of really bullshit allegations out there. You can't believe them all.
Yeah.
Some people are just they just want to watch the world burn, right? Is that what Alfred said in The Dark Knight?
It's a weird
I
reference,
think
man.
so, yes, but
It's a weird
think it's
reference.
poignant.
He's not wrong.
Great movie.
no, he's not wrong.
It's a great movie.
I don't know. I think we just have a problem with what we expect out of people. Just not even famous people, not even athletes or rich people. Just what we expect out of people. I think that
Well,
we're
all right. I'll give my Jaylen Brown example into this as well. I had an opportunity to say hi to him. I was standing right next to him. Now I've talked to you guys about this. I've been around enough celebrities and whatnot. I've gotten a pretty good feel as to who is willing to, say hi to the fans and who's not. And the man just wanted to be left alone. I looked right at him and he was doing his thing. So it's like, all right, he definitely wants to be left alone. So I didn't make a big deal out of it. And listen, they're human beings and whatnot. And it's not, you're absolutely right. Like a lot of them are put on a pedestal. So we expect we have higher sets of standards for them. But listen, in the long run, we're all fucking human beings.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think don't strangle your partner is a very high standard.
No,
It shouldn't be.
You're not wrong about that.
I mean, just don't
right though.
Just don't strangle your partner.
How do you know that there was actual strangulation though? All we got is the police report.
Generally, the police don't just come out and say. I mean, I've never been accused of strangulation and arrested for it. Have you?
No, you're also not worth millions of dollars.
I think if you're an athlete though, you're sort of like a public figure. Like yes, you are human, and I do sympathize with like people just wanting to be left alone at a bar or whatever. But I do think like whether you like it or not, you are a role model for people. You can't escape that. Point. And the price it comes with is you make $30 million a year to fucking play a sport. Like,
right.
Sorry, some people are going to come up to you.
Example more than that.
yeah, the highest contract of all time, right? It's like, yeah, it's your life isn't as private as you want it to be, and your actions are going to be like blown up no matter what they are. But that comes with the price of being a fucking famous person with millions and millions of dollars and assets and resources and all that type of stuff. So I
kind of disagree with that a little bit. I think that's what it's become.
I mean, they are human.
Yeah, I think that's what it's become in society, and so that's what society expects of them. I don't necessarily think that's fair on them. I mean, they're paid to do something with the ball. Really, they're not paid to be this public figure. They've just become a public figure.
But do you think that's part of it? Is that because most jobs are paid supply and demand? Like you get paid because you're a 1 in a million athlete, but you also get paid because you have to work every day. You have to change what you eat, and you have to change your lifestyle, which includes being a public figure.
I just think it's like I said, it might not be fair, but the other side of the coin to me is just that again, you make so much money,
but also just
so much of the population money, right? is never going to do right.
Also, just don't strangle your partner.
Yeah,
that would be easy. Yeah, I mean that was simply
the more you know,
right.
I think that's enough.
So that has been our topics.
What a good one to go out on.
Wow, yeah.
Brendan, I have this thing where I save a really depressing topic for the end. So here we go.
In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel with the handle at If These Balls Pod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell. We'd like to thank our guests for joining us tonight. Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thanks, guys, for having me. This was really fun.
Awesome. It's awesome.
If ever you need me back talking Star Wars basketball, whatever.
Hell yeah, baby.
Sounds good.
Star Wars basketball. That sounds like a great sport.
Yes.
I'd play it.
I'm picking Grogu first, like Brunson. He's undersized.
You can also follow or like us on our socials at If These Balls Pod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pesci, and for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Steffen, that's what we feel they would say if these balls could talk.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hey, friends.
Jalen Brunson!
Go Knicks.
Go fucking Knicks.